It's so that they could tush push.
Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
When you do you go like this? Are you like flat palm? Or are you like
the one skit from the ESPYs that was
for the
actually
tush push.
fun? Was,
you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
do you?
He did a whole skit about the inception, like how the tush push came about, and it was like him as a coach describing it, or no, he was like the janitor, and it was like him talking to the athletes about how like they were gonna do this thing. But
in the locker room, yeah.
I was like, that was funny. I'll give him that one.
Let go. Hey, okay, I know I'm here to stay. Counting on my wins, so I can't play it safe. Trying to go against us, get you out the way. Go hard, it's the only way to play. Let me say, I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Who can do it better? I'm a go-getter. I'm a trendsetter. Hey, look.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Sports Seeing. I'm your host, Gloria Govan.
And I am Erica Lynn O'Keefe, and we're about to give you another one of those episodes where we give you our opinions of what's been going on in the sports world this week. Was, not just the sports scoreboard, but also like what's happening behind the scenes and all the other things.
No, we got a lot going on. We had the WNBA All-Star protest, which is absolutely brilliant. We'll talk about their t-shirts. Chris Paul came to your team, the Clippers. Lord help us, she'll take that segment. We have how the NIL and the media are reshaping athletes' narratives. That's a big deal. And then one thing I wanted to really talk about, which I don't think is getting a lot of attention, although just kind of like sprinkled in, is this gambling.
It's crazy.
It's wild.
It's super crazy.
And not cool that the teams are actually pushing the sponsorship. But anyway, we'll talk about it. So
super
let's
weird.
dive in.
All right. So I think we should start with the WNBA All-Star Weekend because one, it was hella fun. Just the actual weekend. Listen, they put the NBA to shame because
I think so too.
Everyone. Shout out to the stud buds. Okay. Did you hear about the stud buds?
No.
Okay. So Courtney Williams and Letitia Hyman, I can't say her last name properly, but whatever. Mm-hmm. They play for the Minnesota Lynx.
Yes.
And they are studs. And they basically they could be sisters. And so they're like best friends on the team. And so they started this like streaming platform like a while ago on TikTok or whatnot called the Stud Buds.
Oh,
and they like go on all these little adventures and stuff like that. Together. And they've started to get like sponsors and all that stuff. And so then they decided they were going to take over WNBA All-Star Weekend.
Oh, that's amazing.
And they did a 72-hour stream.
Oh, I've seen clips of that.
I watched all of it. Look, I ain't got no life. I ain't had nothing to do this weekend, child. I like practically went to sleep with them. Well, no, I didn't because they was going to sleep later than me. But when I tell you it was lit, it was probably one of the funnest and funniest things I've had because they were drunk.
No.
Like,
I heard. I saw the little snippets, but then I keep seeing like Sabrina was talking about. She was like, well, so and so's team couldn't make it because they were. They thought
Nafisa Collier. A lot of them were on her team. The ones that were partying the hardest or like that. So they called them Team Hangover, and they didn't even have shoot around or nothing.
Right.
Both
they're like, we're not going to make it.
Having shoot around, but they were like, we're not doing that. That's crazy, or whatever. So they were like, they're gonna be hung over, and they won. So everybody was like, not Team Hangover.
Showing up, right?
Because Courtney the night before for sure didn't go to sleep till at least 5.
Easy.
And
this was all on live stream?
They like to the point where like when they went to bed, they just had the phone propped
up
and
you
went
just
to sleep.
Watched it?
Yeah.
You just watching
and
them
then when
sleep.
you woke up the next day, they woke up. We saw them get dressed. We saw them like figure out where they were going, like to the parties and stuff like that, where they can get in, like all of it. But they also would forget that the mic was on.
Oh, that's the best.
And because they were drunk and at these parties, they were like outing couples and people and
all sorts of gossip and shit that you automatically were getting.
It was so good.
I love that.
Anyways, all that to say, they brought an extra fun and lightheartedness and all of that to the WNBA All-Star Weekend. They also was cool to get to see it because they were able to show us behind the scenes. They were showing us like the players warming up for the skills challenge and all that type of stuff. Yeah. And they really wanted to win. So it was actually competitive,
right?
Which I think is the other part that like the game ended up not being so competitive just because Fee's team was just better.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But you get the behind the scenes stuff, the extra action, the challenges.
So it was a really cool experience. Yeah. And so off top, we just have to say shout out to them.
And that's the best when you feel like you're going through this fun journey with them, you know what I mean? That's like that shit ends up being,
exactly. Yeah. And we got to see a different side of them. Also considering that with the fan base that came into or has been around now, the WNBA that came with with Caitlyn, that's kind of been a lot of dissension within the team.
You kind of got to break that down.
You got to actually see that they were all partying together, having a blast. Like,
I like that they got to combat some of those narratives, because that's fucked up.
That was not the vibe at all. Caitlyn and Angel were at the same parties, turning up, having a good time. Yeah, like, and so it was cool to get to see that side of it. Like, I really, listen, ladies, come holler at us. We can produce a little show for you, do a thing.
Amen.
Because I do think humanizing them, I think also just letting us get to know them as people.
That's when you get invested.
Will help people get invested
100%.
Even more and grow the WNBA. With that being said, we have come a long way so far with them.
That's fair. I mean, because there's another side to where the WNBA is going.
Where they're going.
You saw the T-shirts.
Yes.
Pay us what you owe us.
Yes.
Pay us what you owe us. And so basically the girls, the women, are only getting 9% of net profit, right? Mm-hmm. And so what everyone has kind of been struggling about is, because the team or the league itself isn't profitable. Mm-hmm. But what people fail to realize, and this is the part I hate, is that they don't bring up the fact that the NBA wasn't profitable for 40 years. The NFL wasn't profitable for 50 years. And honestly, they talk a little bit more about, like, you know, even UFC and like wrestling and all these, they get, like, they talk about their profitability and they complain about their check. They get 18% of the profit. So the reality is y'all just don't pay these women enough. And this 9% is not enough to, that's why they risk going overseas, after the season. That's why other leagues like Unrivaled is going to they're going to start taking over. Because what would be the point of risking your entire physicality, your mental health, your benefits are shit, your travel is mediocre at best for 9%? Ma'am, let me tell you something.
When somebody somewhere is making some money, something.
Thank you.
Are they doing something with it? Because this is the other part. I think fans should always stop and say to yourself, am I siding with the side of the billionaires? Because if you're on the side of the billionaires, you're on the wrong side. Just start there.
Yeah.
Just off top, start there.
Yeah.
One of the biggest issues that we have in our world right now is that billionaires exist. And Rihanna is my favorite artist of all time. I love that she's a billionaire or whatever like that. But sis, I'm going to just eat her last.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When it's time to eat the rich, she's just going to go last.
Right.
I'm going to save her as long as I can.
Right.
But nobody should be hoarding that level of money, period, right? So let's start there. So the fact that they're an issue for our society as is, now y'all are telling me that these people who are here entertaining you, putting their lives on, their bodies out there,
their
they're
families,
doing whatever it is, whether you think it's that serious or not, but this is their livelihood just as much as when you go to work, it's your livelihood, right? And you're telling me that they can't have a fair enough rev share when the only reason why there's any kind of revenue is because of what they're doing?
Correct. The way that they've been performing. What I also think they need to stop doing is publicly identifying how much players are getting. Mm-hmm. I think that needs to stop. That's always been a pet peeve of mine in general.
No matter what the league is.
Yeah, I don't know why we feel like there's a need to let people know how much they get paid. They don't do it with CEOs. Like they don't do it with other prominent, positions in different industries. Like, why is it that? Because I think that helps paint the narrative and fans' narrative for this like more combative, like, well, he just got paid $90 million. It's like, yeah, but his daughter's still in the hospital. It just kind of it creates a larger separation.
His worth is that based off of the industry he's in and the money that he's accumulating, right? Like, So regardless of such, right? Like, even if you know that these people are making all of this money, relative to society have decided that entertainment is deserving of making all this money, period. Right. So blame ourselves for indulging in it because we, the fans, are the reason why entertainment exists, which thank you, obviously. But right, which has created this fact that because entertainment is king in our society, they make more than teachers.
Right. Doctors.
Now, it is not the fault of said people who succeed in entertainment that they make that money, because that is just by nature of what they've earned to play that sport or whatever, right? Mm-hmm. We can't then say that they don't deserve what they deserve in the industry that they're in because it's more money than what you make in the industry that you're in.
Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, I don't think that it's the like what should be challenged is the amount of money, rather just the knowledge of. Because I do think that helps paint and create this like, if you didn't know that they made that much money, would you still be as angry with them if they didn't perform as well?
Well, we'll get into that later on because sports betting is the reason why everybody's even more so angry now.
No, their parlays and stuff. Anyway, we'll get into that. But that's our quick snippet on the WNBA. And
pay them, Kathy. Kathy was at one of them parties dancing with Courtney, and everybody was like, "That's cool, haha, that's very cool." But she ain't your homie, though. Exactly. Like, please remember that. So pay them, Kathy. Okay. It also means that we likely are going to have a shutdown.
Yeah, we're gonna have a strike.
Going to be a strike because if they cannot reach an agreement in the CBA,
and honestly, I get it.
Yeah, they aren't going to play.
I get it, and they'll feel. I feel like owners will feel it. I feel like fans will feel that pain, and then everyone's going to come to them.
Yeah, because now with leagues like Unrivaled and all that stuff, the ladies have an alternative, and that's what Kathy and the WNBA knows, and so
it's going to be a problem.
Pony up.
Yeah.
So that's that on that. And then we had the ESPYs. The ESPY Awards. Yes, they were hosted by SGA, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Who won Best Male Athlete. He is having
the year of his life.
The greatest year ever. Yes. Okay, the man won MVP of the season, Finals MVP of Finals, and got cashed out. He about to be making $70-something million a year.
What?
And he won Male Athlete of the Year and hosted the ESPYs.
Let me tell you something.
Have a year, okay?
What? I just need $4.
That's it.
Okay,
that's it. That's it. I'm literally on my phone still working my 9 to 5 right now. Like.
No, that was a good time. But what caught my attention the most, and if you still live under a rock, if you didn't see, now you know, Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes.
What?
So
do you love it or hate it?
I love it.
I love it so much.
Okay, so Klay Thompson plays for the Dallas Mavericks, if you don't know or whatnot. He is a 4-time.
Well, really, he's a Warrior.
I was about to say he's a 4-time NBA champion with the Warriors. He's one half of the Splash Brothers with Steph Curry. And to me, has one of the most beautiful shots we've seen in the game. It's gorgeous.
Speaking of, so now there's a viral video. Go and check it out. He made 72 threes in a row.
That's crazy.
And then everyone was like, oh, thank you, Megan. Hello? Like, he getting that.
He about to have a season of his freaking life, okay? She put out a little workout video with him. Did you see that?
Did you see that? How cute are they? Go ahead, y'all.
I like them.
I do.
I really listen. Let's be clear. We're not those
She
people.
bought him a $300,000 watch. And did you see his comment? He was like, "She's a sweet lady."
Somebody was like, "If my man called me a sweet lady,"
right?
Somebody was like, Tyrese didn't spend those hours singing that song for y'all to disrespect calling somebody a sweet lady. Hello,
she's a sweet lady.
That man sang that song passionately. You better call me your sweet lady.
Something.
But I like them together. We don't do the whole in nobody's goals, obviously. And we don't know these people personally. But kind of. But from what we know, at the end of the day, I like them together, and I hope that they go as far as they want to.
Right, that's fair. Like, LMA and Jason Tatum.
Yeah,
but super cute.
Love it. All of them, Coco Jones and Donovan Mitchell. Congratulations on their engagement.
That's right. They got engaged.
Yeah, remember how I did that thing about Sierra and Russ, and I was like, "Hey guys, me next."
How I almost choked.
Can we gonna clip that video of me?
You got to say your prayer out loud, man. You got to say your prayer out loud.
We'll find a clip for you of me talking to Sierra and Russ because, hey guys,
ma'am.
Me next. Man. I love myself.
But you can't. God, she won't do anything under 5'10".
Well, they know all the
whole thing.
It's clearly they ain't got a problem with that. Okay, everybody's over 6'4".
Right in their circle.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So
here we go.
At us doing a thing.
Her number will be at the bottom.
Exactly, Wilsons. Look at y'all. But anyways, that was definitely the highlight of the ESPYs because I couldn't tell you shit else. That's
really all I got. I mean, I got a few comments on the the outfits, but otherwise, Klay and Megan, you do a thing. But we also there's some pretty amazing moments. For example, Lane Johnson lifted 705 pounds.
Ooh, that's crazy.
That's 4 people.
I was about to say that's mad people.
That's hella lift.
Why? For funsies?
Yeah, basically. I mean, I think he was just he just went viral for the moment, and it was kind of one of those have you seen?
He played for the Eagles?
Yes.
That's some bullshit.
Just
it's so that they could tush push.
That's it.
Yeah.
When you do you go like this? Are you flat palm? Or are you
the one skit from the ESPYs that was
for the
actually
tush
fun
push.
was,
you know what I mean? Do you?
He did a whole skit about the inception, how the tush push came about, and it was him as a coach describing it, or no, he was the janitor, and it was him talking to the athletes about how they were gonna do this thing. But
in the locker room, yeah.
I was like, that was funny. I'll give him that one. That was funny. But to your point, I do think about when they how did it
come about?
Yes, at what 100%. Point were they in there? Listen. I know why I would want Jalen Hurts to.
Girl.
Yeah.
What? If
so I get it
wasn't
from
married,
from my perspective,
right.
But theirs.
I need you to do that one, Jalen Hurts. You know what I'm saying? Not this one, sir. Get in there. Get in there.
Because he also squats a lot of weight, so he can lift a lot. It's wonderful.
Go ahead,
Anyways, I want to know how it happened. Yeah, I want to know what they were doing in that one practice where they decided, let's just push his ass
by
in.
the ass.
Just push his ass
not
in.
by the back or like get his back thigh.
His in, and it's gonna win every time. But if you got somebody who's lifting 705 pounds, then
he can not only he like lift. Just throw him over at this point. Fuck it.
I guess it's a plan that works.
Yeah. Well, we'll see.
Well, anyway, whatever. Yeah. Fuck the Eagles. But
so aggressive.
So, anyways, there's somebody's from the Bulls, a rookie. Oh, Noah.
Mm-hmm. Don't do it. We're not. We're just gonna put the name at the bottom with the little bouncy ball. And you can pronounce that thing however you want to.
So apparently he had a dunk that went viral, not because of the stat line, but what?
I've seen it because they're young and they're like super young. And he's a rookie. And when I tell you this poster,
you're talking about that poster.
Yes.
I didn't know the kid who did the dunk's name.
No, yeah.
No, that's the one who got dunked on.
That's not it.
Oh, just kidding.
No, that's right. Yeah. I don't know which kid that is, though, is my problem.
Got you. Yeah.
But it's really bad.
Because he's going to be a meme from here on out.
And, first of all, if I'm the kid that's dunking on the kid, I am going to print that out. That is not a poster for me. That's a poster.
Your house, your mama house.
What? Everybody's getting that for Christmas. Everybody's getting that poster framed for Christmas. My future kids, I'm going to leave it for them.
That poor baby.
Why would you? It's so bad.
His face was looking, the memes, bless his heart.
Poor
it
thing.
happened. The one thing that you don't want to do is become viral on the like.
He postered.
Yeah,
because kids are disrespectfully ruthless.
Particularly
and
the way
kids,
his face was looking.
We talk.
Yeah, we'll have to pop it up if you guys.
You guys have to see it. It's pobrecito. I hate to be the problem, but like that was a really bad poster, Papa. You'll get through it though. Eventually. Yeah, no, you got it.
That's hilarious.
Yes.
Wait, so Arch Manning, what happened with him?
He had a quote. He was like kind of sharing. He was like in the locker room a little bit, and he did this locker room interview. But it wasn't necessarily about the interview itself, but it was like it was a still photo, and like people were just kind of like, this made way more. It had more of an impact of this kind of like still photo, super focused type of thing than more the interview itself.
Got it.
But it just went viral. I think people really enjoy the focus of it, like what next season is going to bring, like what's about to happen, his capabilities and talents. But it's a viral moment, so I just wanted to share it with you guys.
Well, listen, there you go. Listen, these players are impactful, and people are paying attention to what they're doing, and so they're kidding.
She's fired, everybody.
They are. Anyways, moving right along. In much more interesting news.
I'm firing myself. Are you about to go into the
NBA Trade Watch 2025 summer continues? And this one comes by way of not a trade, but a pickup. And by pickup, I mean the Los Angeles Clippers picked up Christopher Paul.
The only.
So if you haven't heard, Chris Paul is making his return home to the Los Angeles Clippers.
And if you didn't know, he's already been there. They're basically running it back.
Yeah. He's coming home.
He's coming home. See, this is why I'm gonna fire myself, girl, ma'am.
That's what we call it. He's coming home.
Terrible.
Okay, so if you're not a Clipper fan, here's the quick and easy of it. So people don't understand how we can be Clipper fans. I get it. I don't really care to explain to you why I'm a Clipper fan, because all you need to know is that's the team I'm a fan of, and who gives a fuck why, But what I will say though is that what has been rewarding to remain a Clipper fan in this time, and I get it's all about winning championships and we haven't won one yet and yada, yada, yada. However, when you start with a team that is literally the laughing stock of the league and sucks on levels it's free to get into the games at the sports arena, like all that type of stuff, right? Cool. And then you go from that to where we are today, which is have a state-of-the-art arena with an owner that actually cares and wants to see us win, who's doing everything he can to try to help us win, and who gives back to the fans and gives us amazing fan experiences. And for the most part, I can say like 90% of the guys that are on our team throughout the years are character guys, so they're pretty easy to root for anyway. It has been rewarding to see how far we've come. You know what I mean? Because there was a point in time when there isn't a star player who would come to play for the Clippers.
Oh, yeah, no. They were like...
Chris Paul changed that.
That when he came the first time?
When he came the first time. Between him and then us getting Blake Griffin and DJ and all that stuff, and what Lob City ultimately became, that was the beginning of the change for us as an organization, and the perception around us, and like some validity to who we were as a team. It's the first time that there was serious and like legitimate. You had to consider us as a contender.
But you have to be concerned that him and James Harden don't like each other.
I don't. They're grown men. They'll figure it out.
So professionally, like, I've always I've always been like, wait a second, how does that work? Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't like it, but fair. I mean, they in Houston,
they were good at
when they were on court.
They played well in Houston.
Yeah,
I mean, there's going to be
impressive.
I think here's what I will say. I think that we underestimate just how much these players actually like each other in reality for real. Anyway, like it's almost overstated this idea, and obviously we know from real personal experience, but it's almost overstated how like we bros and his family and all the camaraderie and all that stuff like that. It's like any other workplace that you go to. You got 1 to 2 work besties that you cool with, that you might do a thing with. The rest of these people, you
just walk past their cubicle and keep it moving.
Ain't no beef per se, but it is what it is. Now, me and them might talk shit about Sally because she was on that bullshit when I asked her to send that email. But other than that, we're gonna keep it moving, right? Like, I think it's kind of one of those things that if people knew how much players aren't really that cool in general, then that
it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, it's not. They know what they got to do. Get on the court.
Yeah, that I appreciate. I mean, Chris played 82 games last season while in San Antonio.
Yeah.
One thing he is starting to really focus on. Not that he wasn't before, but he's healthy.
Yeah. So, which is important. And we don't need him to be all 82 games, and we don't need him to be the guy. Like he's coming off the bench and he's going to just give us the minutes we need. Our offense gets stagnant. We need a point guard to come in and move the ball around.
Point guard. That's his nickname.
Everybody calls him point guard because he's one of the best.
He could see the court like nobody else.
His basketball IQ is. If you have the chance to give me one of the greatest point guards in the game, who still is playing at a very high level, who showed that he could play at a high level last year, practically for free, to see what we can do, sign me up 10 out of 10.
Yeah, no, I appreciate it. He wanted to come home. His family lives here. His son is in high school, so it makes sense.
So welcome home. I'm gonna put it to you this way: opening night is gonna be popping as fuck.
I'm gonna still go.
Everyone's gonna be super
I'm gonna call
excited.
Jada and be like, "Hey, girl,
right?" And
look
as
at
soon
us.
as he gets introduced to come out there, we're gonna lose our minds, and it's gonna be really dope.
That's fun.
So I'm as a Clipper fan.
I have pictures of the boys and little Chris in like the Clipper. They were babies, 3 years old, maybe. It was so adorable.
I'm trying to find I have CP3 Clipper pajama pants.
Oh, that's cute.
I don't know why I had where they came from, because prior to him coming to the Clippers, he was my second favorite player behind LeBron. So when he came to the Clippers, I was like,
oh, snap.
My favorite player's playing for my favorite team? Like, like what? Yeah, so all that to say, we're excited. Welcome back home, Christopher Paul.
Yes,
and
Christopher Manuel.
We'll do our thing. All right, so lastly, let's talk about this gambling thing.
Okay, so first of all, it's wildly disrespectful on several levels, right? One, there's this access that, in my opinion, that I feel like that teams, owners, industries are just giving, like, kind of like como when you like highlight and you kind of like
they're advertising, they're promoting it, they're pushing
wild, but no, there's like a word I can't think of, but they basically are like heroizing, if that's even a word, like this, gambling. To your point, it's all these, everyone's sponsoring it, all these different things, and there's a concern now. I mean, Malik Beasley, right? That's how you say it. Yeah. Sorry, guys. Again, don't get me to start pronounce things.
He plays for Detroit.
He plays for Detroit. I mean, he just basically ruined his entire life and career. You have a few other people that have like literally, risked their entire career and livelihood on just a few $1,000s, which is wild. But it's this kind of, it's not only the addiction, but it's also the push to have it in front of them and then reprimand them when they participate, which is really crazy to me. And then on the other side, you're also promoting it and highlighting it for these kids coming up, right? And then you give fans access to, their parlays. I mean, they're sending athletes death threats because they're not hitting their parlays.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate. And I think that the league should hold just as much accountability as these players are, participating in it.
They're definitely responsible. Kevin Durant tweets amongst us all the time. And when people are saying things like that, he's always kind of like, hey, man, stop gambling. Like, I don't know.
Not my problem?
Yeah, not my problem. Like, I'm not.
Fair. Yeah.
Like, yes, that you, just because you're bad at it,
Right. right. You didn't pick what you needed to pick. And I'm not a gambler, so I couldn't tell you.
My problem.
But I hear the
I've
parlay
done it
thing
and all this stuff
often.
because what happens is, as with anything, right? It's why Vegas has existed for as long as it has casinos do and all this type of stuff. You tell yourself, I just need to hit this one.
Right.
And it's just $10. Right? Like I'm just playing with $10. I'm just playing with $20 or whatever like that. And he averages 15 a night.
Right.
No
all
way
the time,
he's not going
so
to get this
15,
right? And where we're now in the catch of it all is there is the human element of it to where like he just might not have got 15 that night for one reason or another. It is what it is, whatever. And then there is the added now that the players and people within the organizations are getting involved in it.
Correct.
So they're throwing games and so it's just becoming convoluted and it honestly is ruining
the
sports on a lot of levels.
Yeah.
And so I
beyond
agree with
basketball.
You.
I mean, we mentioned a few basketball players, but beyond basketball,
it's every sport.
This is global.
And so I do think that there needs to be some sort of regulation. Unfortunately, we live in a society where regulation on things that matters and
or doesn't matter
is not a thing.
Yeah. I mean, because you go, it's just $10, and then you go, and it could be $1,000. I could win $10,000 or $1,000. So
that's why
you're willing to,
day.
Yes, you're willing to risk that.
Yeah,
but it's
every time, especially in a time where everybody's desperate anyway, right? Like the economy is trash.
Everybody could use $4.
And the job is whatever. Like nothing's certain right now, so everyone's looking for the quicker way to make the money or whatever.
Quick
and
buck.
Sports is kind of the only consistent
easiest,
and the easiest in our minds way to go about it. So I do think, and I hope that is something that gets addressed. And to your point, I think the leagues also have a very heavy responsibility.
Absolutely.
Like there's no reason I should be watching ESPN and every
commercial
promo is about gambling.
Right.
Why is that ingrained in your talk show?
Right.
Like why is
talk
that
show,
a part
your
of Sports
game,
Center? Why is that a part of the after show?
Bad.
So I agree with you. And I don't know that there will be, but
I don't think so. But it's just I do think enough kind of I think if one wrong person right now, like if a LeBron were to get in trouble with gambling, I think there may be some, more noise, behind it. But right now there aren't enough, big players.
What do you think if a major player, LeBron, Aaron Judge, whoever, right, were to come out and speak against gambling and not do promos for it and kind of really become one of those players that take a stand? Do you think that would be impactful?
Yeah, I think that would be just as impactful. And I think it would be something that, that person would end up getting a lot. It would be equivalent to a lot of pushback with the WTF, but it also would be like, thank you.
Hello.
Yes. Yeah. Hallelujah. Finally, someone that's speaking to it. Because what we're going to start seeing a lot of is a lot of these kids getting themselves in trouble. Because that's another thing these platforms aren't doing is regulating these. Like all you have to do is scroll down and pick a birthday. You know what I mean? You don't have to like scan a driver's license or nothing. So you've got literally, kids 10, 12, as young as 10 and 12 gambling. Putting their little $10 in, hitting it, all that thing. But it's just. Yeah. That's going to become a problem because what's going to end up happening is it's going to hurt their chances in NIL. It's going to hurt their chances in college, high school. Coaches are going to get a hold of it. And then it's just, creating a bigger problem.
I agree. Yeah.
So,
well,
anyway.
I'm with you in the sense where I think we're probably about 1 to 2 more prominent athletes getting caught up away from it becoming a even bigger conversation.
And it's going to be, like I said, it's going to be like a current big player or it's going to be like a young Cooper Flag coming in to be like, oh, wait a minute. So you don't want to mess up your $1 billion baby. So get it together. Sports.
Right. Get it together as everybody.
Oh, Lord.
All right. Well, I do want to do a shout out for this week.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm pulling it up on my phone because I wanted to say her name right. Lilia Edwards made history, and she became the first Black woman to play on the U.S. hockey team. Yes. So shout out to you for being the first Black woman to play on the U.S. hockey team.
And this is why we're going to pay attention.
Yeah, hello, we hockeying. So we putting the U.S. hockey team also on the list because we're going to support you.
Yes.
But that's really cool. It's crazy to be in the year of our Lord 2025 and they're still always first, but it is dope to see the ceiling.
Yes, get up there.
Glass ceiling continue to be broken. So shout out to you.
Yeah, shout out to you. Also, the USA women, the youth, the girls, they just, U19, they just won like their 19th gold medal.
Nice.
Which is wild. And then FIBA for the youth as well, just won their 4th So
nice.
Girls are just out here doing things.
The only time you will see me patriotic as fuck is during sporting stuff. Listen, the Olympics, I'd be like, America, like we out here. We're gonna do the thing. So
not with the America.
I'm here for
Come on,
it.
America.
All right. Well, I think that's been our weekend sports.
That's kind of our solo.
Anything else? How's the boys?
The boys are great, doing well. I mean, so summer basketball's over.
Yeah, you did. Yes. How was Peach Jam?
Adios. Peach Jam was wild.
Yep.
They played 10 games in 11 days.
That's crazy.
Which is so stupid.
Yeah.
I know. I need to do better.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's over. Hallelujah. They're about to start training. Look at me doing better. Just going to go straight into training. And school starts soon. So we'll be back into that.
Yeah, we're ready for the new season.
We are. I'm very excited. I've got new, really bad things to say to the refs. So I'm awfully excited to try them out.
We're going to work on that. We're going to have her mic'd up so that maybe it'll help.
What?
Maybe if she knows that the mic is there.
Absolutely not. What's going to happen is I'm going to hear myself and be like, this is how I should really say it.
And on that note, I want to say thank you for tuning in to another episode of Sports Scene. You guys, make sure that you submit questions to us. It could be about anything sports related.
Slide into our DM.
We're happy to ask,
to
answer the
that?
question.
Slide into your DM.
Slide into your DMs. I'm sure the kids are still sliding into DMs and whatnot. Yeah. Slide into our DMs on any of our social media platforms. Ask your question. Hit the email address that's on the YouTube page.
Somewhere.
sportscenepod@gmail.com, I think it is.
I love the I think part. It might be, might not be, something like that.
Try it. And send us your questions so that we can get it on the next solo episode, okay?
Yes. Thank you guys for tuning in.
Yes,
Until next time, we appreciate you. I'm Gloria Govan.
I'm Erica Lynn O'Keefe.
See you later.
Bye.